Hey, how's it going, guys, and welcome to Fantastic Fishing. I hope you guys are all doing good and safe from this COVID-19. Please protect yourself, especially when you go out to the stores and stuff. But then today I got a good video for you guys. I did a video about my kayak, but it was an overview, just kind of quickly showing you guys what I have. But then today I'm going to go in depth of the things that you should know about FeelFree, or again, I have the Lure II. I've seen people asking questions on the FeelFree Facebook pages, and I just want to go in depth of the things that I know about, that I learned about, especially going through the bumps that I did to get my kayak to where it is today. Because again, I did go through some bumps, but then FeelFree was great about it, guys. Best customer service, okay? So don't be afraid to call FeelFree, okay? I did mention that in my previous video, but then again, I'm letting you guys know, don't be afraid to call them, because they have great customer service, okay? And then again, I'm going in depth with my kayak, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and let you guys see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. The first thing that people do ask about, I see, how tight should they have this cable? As you see, it's pretty snugged, it's pretty tight. The only reason why it looks a little loose because you have to loosen this so this thing twists back and forth. That way you're not shredding the cable. And then before you pull this tight and screw it down, make sure you go over here and you see this tension knob right here. Make sure you tighten it all the way down so that your 8-ball steering does not move back and forth. That way whenever you pull here, everything is even. So everything is evened out. So make sure that is pulled tight when you screw down the cable in place, okay? And of course, the rudder cable, people keep saying that it's really hard to pull. It is hard to pull, okay? I did see in the newer models, they put the rudder cable in center line with it. So for what I heard, it is easier. So the 2020 models are much better because they have put it over here, center with it. But again, in my previous video, I turn my rudder this way to where it's lined up with that, and I pull, and I do pull hard. I yank on my cable pretty hard to get this thing up, because that is the only way to do it. Occasionally I'll spray some grease right up in here just to kind of help me out a little bit, okay? All right, so there it is about the rudder, just in case anybody's wondering about it. On to the next topic is the 8-ball steering, okay? As you can see, if you could tell, if you have the older models, this arm right here is really long. I think it's about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, much taller than this one right here. And this is the shorter one, and this one turns much better. But then the main, or the most important thing about this newer one is not only about the short arm, but if you guys have noticed, the older one, the cable will pop loose. This one has a pin in there, and it will cause the cable not to pop loose, okay? Before I had it changed out, my cable was popping. I had to disassemble it and fix the cable and assemble it again. But then this has not popped on me once. So if you have not gotten the shorter arm for the 8-ball, get it, because it's gonna save you a lot of time on the water. And if you're under warranty, I'm pretty sure they'll replace it for you. FeelFree has they have one of the greatest customer service, guys. Don't hesitate calling them. Hook up with Joe, hook up with Elliot, and talk to them, see what you guys could do. But this is the newer steering, okay? And you need this one, okay? So moving next, one problem that I did run into, okay, was where they had the welding right here. It broke on me, okay? This is the new one they sent me, and as you can see, I did notice though, that the one that broke on me, the welding was real, it was real thin, but then they welded here, and not only that, they put a one weld here, and here. But then I went and bought myself some JB weld anyways, if you guys want to know what it is. I got this one right here. This is the one for steel reinforced. Okay, so what I did was I just hit some of the parts where it could come loose right back here also. So I just kind of added there, just a little bit of reinforcement, and I'm gonna put it on here, and I'm gonna show you what else I do with the 8-ball steering housing, just kind of help you guys out. So let me put it on real quick, and I'll show you guys. I got the 8-ball installed, okay, and I recommend you guys doing this. This is not originally my idea, okay. This is somebody on Facebook that told me about it. And so long story short, I was on the lake, and my older one, which was also the longer one, that's how I got this shorter one, it broke on me. The housing plastic that bolts onto the bracket here broke on me. So what you want to do, okay, I know it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but zip ties will save you from it, okay. You see I'm going around the metal bracket. Just find spots that will hold the housing onto the bracket. You see that right there? Okay. So I recommend doing that because you're putting stress onto the plastic housing and onto the bracket, and it will break off. And one thing also is when you're steering, loosen the tension knob, because if you have it tight and you're turning, that puts even more stress on there. So loosen this just a little bit. It don't have to be too loose, but just loose enough to where this is turning freely and you're not putting a lot of stress on the housing or the bracket. But there it is for the 8-ball, just so you guys can see it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Okay, and then the next thing that I see people asking about is fish sonar. Where do you put the fish sonar? Again, this is the Lure II. So even if I wanted to put a sonar on my fish pot up there, it would not work because it's too far away from me. Okay. But then again, as you guys can see, this is what I have for my transducer. Okay. It's just a Scotty arm. And let me get this off real quick for you guys. For those of you that want to get a Scotty arm, these FeelFree tracks are not the same from all the other ones, okay? They are different. They're much wider, and you're gonna need to get this right here, this little piece right here, okay? You see that right there? And that's just an adapter, okay? So it's a FeelFree adapter, and everything that I have on here, I will have it listed down below in the description. So if you want to go get it, you can go down there, check it out. Okay, and then again, I like having my transducer all the way up here because I like to do a lot of vertical jigging. So I just zip tie there, come up here, and then it just runs down here, and I zip tie a bundle to here. Okay, that's my transducer. Okay, and then let's show the battery before I show you guys how I mount the sonar. And again, I showed you guys this in my previous video, but just to show you guys again, my battery here, run the wire under here, out of my way, to here, and onto my sonar, okay? And then how do I put my sonar on? This is a much bigger sonar compared to most people that run the kayaks. You can definitely put one here, okay? Let's go here. Okay, there's a mount here, and you just stick in there, and you can put a sonar on there like a Garmin Striker. I believe the Striker 4, those are real small. But I got the 93 SV, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's 93 SV. Okay, so there's my sonar. And how do I put it on? Okay, this is the here we go. FeelFree accessorie mount. Okay, right there. Again, I'll have it listed down below so you guys know where to find it. And this is the newer one. Instead of the orange levers that you lift back and forth, it just has this knob. It much easier, guys. But here it is right here. And then another Scotty mount. I believe this is a universal one. And then right onto there. I'll show you guys a little bit right there. Okay. And I had to do this one here. I had to do some. I had to work on this a little bit. Okay. So this is how it's mounted. You see how it's off to the side? So I had to put it off to the side, and there's only 2 bolts running onto it that's holding it down. That's why I got extra zip tie just for assurance. Yes, I love zip ties. And these holes were not lined up with, it does not line up with the Scotty mount. So what I did was I drilled some holes, okay? I had to drill myself some new holes and fit it. So I just put the mount on where I wanted it, marked it, and drilled a hole through it. Okay, and then it just goes and sits like so. It just goes in there and sits in there, just like that, right there, close to my lap. Okay, so that's my Sonar, guys. Just give you guys a little more picture, and I hope I'm not going too fast, and I'm showing you guys exactly what you guys want to see about this. Okay. Okay guys, that's it. That's what I got for this video right here. Hopefully that answers some of you guys' questions on the FeelFree. If there is anything that I missed, please leave me a comment down below. Ask me questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit more about the FeelFree kayaks and what you need to know about them. I'm not pro at this. It's just things that I want to put out there to inform you guys about my experience with the kayak. Okay, and I've used the kayak now I've been out for at least 30 trips or so. I love it. Of course, it is a 14-foot kayak, so it does turn really hard. But then I already knew that buying this kayak, guys. And the kayak, it tracks well. It does hit wind like the rest of the other kayaks. I go out there with my buddies, and they said their kayaks, they get hit by the wind and get pushed all over the place too. So we're not alone with this FeelFree kayak. But then, you know, again, my video loading and unloading, I'm 5'6", I weigh 150, and it's easy for me. Even after a day of tired fishing, I load and unload everything by myself. You know, even when we go out with buddies, when we have time, we help each other. But then whenever we want to get off the water and everybody's doing their own thing, I could throw it on my truck, easy. Even with the wheel in the back, I do have a kayak cart coming in. If you guys are interested, I might do a video on that. Who knows? But then, you know, thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe. And you know, I'll do my best to put out good contents for you guys. But other than that, again, if you have questions, leave a comment down below. And again, thank you.